speak, there is an operation going on in those regions, but the attacks and raids are still going on, Madam Speaker. As we speak, there are students who are not going to school. Their schools have been burnt down, yet the operation is still ongoing, Madam Speaker. So we are not understanding where are these KDF camps and where are the bandits doing these operations from. Madam Speaker, there are these video clips doing rounds in social media of the drone of the KDF forces. They have seen where these bandits are hiding from. They have seen where they are cooking from. They are having their breakfast, even attempting to shoot the drones, and nothing has been done, Madam Speaker. We just want to know, who is this person that is above the president that these bandits really depend upon, Madam Speaker? We have seen leaders making insightful statements, and nothing has been done about them. Because when a leader stands up and threatens the government, that if government brings, I don't know, anarchy, we will serve them anarchy in huge doses, and the government has done nothing about it. Madam Speaker, the financials of banditry in the north are in this house. They are sitting pretty, and the government is just seated looking at them. Madam Speaker, we just want the government to smell the coffee. It is no longer business as usual. It has gone to the level of terrorism, Madam Speaker.
What is out of order, Honorable Ambassador Benjamin Langat, member for Anapoi?
Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, while I did not want to interrupt the member, but Madam Speaker, this House is entitled to factual information, and casting aspersions on members of this House and members of defense forces, Mr. Speaker, is completely out of order. Madam Speaker, I heard the honorable member saying some defense forces members have been compromised. I've also heard her say some members of this House are financing the banditry, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, can she name the members, substantiate the information she's giving to this House? Otherwise, Madam Speaker, this motion is not coming the right way, Madam Speaker.
Member for Turkana, what is your comment about the matter that has been raised by the member for Ainamoi?
Madam Speaker, the honorable member shocks me. You know, he's not affected. He's speaking from his comfort zone. He has never lost a relative to this menace. He has never lost a property to this menace. So he's just commenting from his comfort zone. Honorable member, you don't need rocket science to understand that the sponsors of banditry are in this House. Honorable Speaker, recently, the bandits were airlifted.
Order, member for Turkana.
Honorable Speaker, recently there is a video.
Member for Turkana, order. There is a matter that has been raised by the member for Ainamoi, the Honorable Benjamin Langat, concerning two allegations that you have made. One, that members of the defense forces have been compromised. And two, that some members of this House are financing banditry attacks. And these are very strong allegations. And I would like to give you an opportunity. Would you like, you can make a decision to withdraw and proceed, or I can give you an opportunity to substantiate what you have said. I will not withdraw. Further, Honorable Member for Turkana, I would like to give you guidance on a standing order, based on standing order number 87, contents of speeches, and I'll go to 87.4. No member shall impute improper motive on any other member or to a senator except upon a specific substantive motion of which at least 3 days notice has been given, calling in question the conduct of that member or that senator. So I would like to give you an opportunity to, you can make a decision to withdraw, or if you want to continue, we can give you an opportunity to table the names.
Madam Speaker, someone is keeping on switching me from one mic to another. What is happening?
The mic that you had has a problem, so kindly move to the mic on your left.
I was moved here again. Msilete banditry hata hapo hivyo. Madam Speaker, you see, I'm being switched from one mic to another. What is happening?
Honorable Member for Turkana, you have the floor and you have the mic.
Yeah,
please proceed.
Please, and protect me so that no one switches me to the other mic again. Madam Speaker, you've read to me some standing order about facts in this house. Madam Speaker, whatever is happening in the social media and in our mainstream media, stared at by all Kenyans, can be said to be facts. When you have an honorable member of this house owning a chopper, airlifting bandits who have a case in court concerning the same, what do you want me to say about the same, Madam Speaker? Then secondly, about the compromise of the defense forces, Madam Speaker.
I would like to exhaust the initial point of order by the member for Ainamoi.
Yes, Madam Speaker, and please protect me from honorable members like Wanjala, who is sitting in the inside Kenya, who doesn't know what we are going through in the North Rift. Please, Honorable Wanjala, stop bullying me. I have to make my points.
You know, honorable member for Turkana, you have a very important motion that you are supposed to prosecute. And remember that you rose on the floor of the House this afternoon and you got the requisite quorum of 20 members. And you have a very important business that you need to do. And you have the protection that you need, and I can assure you that I did not notice the shouting that you're talking about by the Honorable Wanjala. It wasn't loud enough to distract what you are saying. I would like to give you an opportunity, based on that standing order number 87, to make a decision on what you would like to do. Would you like to withdraw and proceed with your motion, or you would like me to give you an opportunity to substantiate what you have just said? And remember that you have still made further additional allegations.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I'm a Christian. There is information with our Directorate of Criminal Investigations about these matters. And we cannot be gagged from saying what we know, Madam Speaker. And if at all anyone thinks I'm speaking lies, Madam Speaker, why then would you think a primitive community like mine, where I come from, Turkana, that is a pastoralist community, they are called primitive in quotes, or Pokots or Marakwets, or how can they sustain a war with a government without sponsorship, Madam Speaker? What do you want us to understand with that? And there are people, whenever these communities are brought to book, who come right away into the media to protect them, to airlift them. Madam Speaker, Kainuk, there are OBs in our police stations in Kainuk. There are OB occurrences in those books where some vehicles coming from our nearby counties carrying ammunitions to be supplied to those krals who stay in Turkana County at the moment. And you don't want us to say all that. Madam Speaker, I will not withdraw that statement. And about the compromise of the KDF, Madam Speaker, even when our KDF were working on Al-Shabaab, let me substantiate the last one.
Honorable, you can take your seat. First of all, you have withdrawn, and I take notice of that, so that you can continue. You can proceed with your motion. You have withdrawn. I would also like to give you guidance based on the same standing order number 87, 6. Except as a speaker may otherwise allow, it shall be out of order for a member to refer to an extract from print or electronic media as an authority in a member's speech. And I would like to encourage you to proceed. You are doing very well. Please proceed and move your motion.
Okay, Madam Speaker.
I took notice that the honorable member for Turkana withdrew.
Madam Speaker. Okay, Madam Speaker, I stand guided by the Honorable Speaker. Madam Speaker, I choose to continue tabling my motion.
Honorable member for Turkana. Member for Turkana. I would like to give you an opportunity to withdraw and proceed. I would like to give you an opportunity.
Madam Speaker,
to withdraw.
If the word withdrawal will make me table my motion, I withdraw and I'm going on tabling my motion, Madam Speaker.
You may proceed.
Madam Speaker, the main reason of adjournment motion is to stir emotives and emotions within this house that really we are sitting pretty here when things are going wrong on the ground. Madam Speaker, we cannot sit here. Some constituencies, their children are going to school. Ours are not going to school. Simply because their schools were burnt down, the teachers cannot be posted there because there is some community that has trained terrorists who cannot allow teachers to carry out their duties, Madam Speaker. So it will be an injustice if we are told not to put things as they are, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as we sit here, there are people in Lomelo, that is Kapedo na Peitom ward in Turkana East, who have no homes because in the 2 nights before, they were burnt down, Madam Speaker. And you just want us to sit here tabling motions that are not of any importance to this country, Madam Speaker. When lives of Kenyans are endangered as we sit here, the people we represent have no homes. As all of us will be under a roof tonight, there are people who are sitting under trees, Madam Speaker, waiting for their death because they are surrounded by bandits in Lomelo, that is Kapedo na Peitom ward in Turkana East, Madam Speaker. As we sit here, Madam Speaker, we will travel safe to our houses, then come back next week to this house. There are people who cannot access their homes because those roads are impassable due to this banditry menace, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I think the highest intervention is the one that has been done by the President, who is the Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces of this country. He has deployed defense forces to those areas. But, Madam Speaker, surprisingly, the raids are still going on. So what do you want us to deduce from that? The defense forces are on ground, but raids are still happening. Vehicles are not passing the A1 road. Children are not going to school. Schools keep on being burnt. Homes are being burnt. Some people are burnt alive in their houses, Madam Speaker, in Kapedo ward. And you say this is a country we all belong to, Madam Speaker. It is so unfair, Madam Speaker. And as we even face the internal aggression, Madam Speaker, we still lose lives to the external boundaries. We are still being raided by people from South Sudan. We are still being raided by people from Ethiopia, by people from Uganda. And we belong to this country, Madam Speaker. During this freedom era, Madam Speaker, it is so unfortunate. Madam Speaker, some of us have been sent here to represent our people. And it is unfortunate when we take up to the floor to explain what they go through on their daily lives. Then people take it as a joke. It is so unfortunate. Madam Speaker, I therefore call this House to give a consideration to this motion. Discuss, try to put your feet into our shoes. Can you put your feet into our shoes? You are not sure of being elected next time because our numbers are reducing daily. We are losing electorates every day, Madam Speaker. Even registration of persons to get the IDs are frustrated efforts in our county, Madam Speaker. In which country are we, Madam Speaker? I'm not secure. I don't know if I will be elected by the numbers that elected me in the last elections because we are losing huge numbers.
I'll give you another 2 minutes so that you may finalize.
Okay, even before I finalize, Madam Speaker, because I'm even becoming a bit emotional, you know, I'm a victim of banditry, Madam Speaker. I'm one woman who was wedded traditionally in Turkana, and you know what it means to be wedded traditionally. Herds of cattle that were given to my kinsmen, Madam Speaker, not even a single one can be traced in our yards. It went to West Pokot, Madam Speaker. Yeah? It went to West Pokot County, Madam Speaker. So we are, if people of our stature are victims, so you can imagine that Turkana person there, down there. Madam Speaker, I want to donate this time to honorable members herein to support this motion. And because I have all my kinsmen in here, let me donate this motion to nearby counties first as we go.
You are out of order, member for member for Turkana. There is time for them to speak. So you first of all, the rules do not allow you to do that, but I want to assure you that they'll have their time so that they can contribute to this motion. Honorable members, I would like to give this to the Honorable Mark Nyamita, member for Uriri.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. First of all, I want to say I don't come from a pastoral community. I know the mover of this motion is saying that you donate it to your neighbors first. But we have heard you, we hear your emotions. And I don't know how it feels when the dowry that was paid for you is now not there, it's been taken. But Madam Speaker, I just want to urge, I know